Welcome, Fantasy Balls team managers. We're in the dark today because Chumba complained about the glare and the weird lights coming from behind. This room doesn't have an overhead light. I do have a little Infinity Gauntlet desk lamp. I guess that's okay. It's very bright in my face though, and I don't really like it on. Anyway, week 3 recap. We got to get into it because I really need to take a shit. I purposely did this first though because I also just took a shower, and as we all know, you can't shower and then directly go and take a shit. So I'm hoping this takes a little bit of time to make that buffer zone of like, it's okay to shit now. I know you know what I'm talking about. You all understand that line of it hurts though. So anyway, let's get into it. Big week, lots of stuff went down. Maybe not lots, but there were some big happenings this week. So we're gonna start with the game of the week. As we always do, Honey Badgers going head to head, win or lose, we booze, the roommates, last year's rivals. Big game for Jake. Holy shit. 193 points. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Everybody, except for kicker and defense, is in double digits. Keenan Allen with 45. Chumba put up 150, which is a fucking fantastic week. That's a great week. Jake just fucking went for it. I can't talk shit on Chumba, and I don't have words for Jake. This is just a holy shit, goddamn. And this is a great example of, if we did the bonus win or loss, Chumba probably would have gotten another win here and would have been 1-1 on the week. The bonus win or loss basically takes your score and compares it to the average that was scored that week. And if you're in the top half, you get a win. If you're in the bottom half, you lose. It's just to prevent someone who scores a lot of points but plays games like this and loses. So it's supposed to even shit out. Obviously, we don't have it, so Chumba just gets a lot. Who the fuck? Chumba just gets a loss here. But goddamn, Jake, almost dropping 200? Wild week for Jake. Way to go, bud. Obviously, I want to say that's not sustainable, but it's not outside of the 45 points, it's not like anybody was that insane. There's a couple guys that scored 20. Debo had 25. Purdy had 20. But outside of that, everyone's, around less than 20, 15 to 20 points. It's completely reasonable that people could do that. But Jesus Christ, all in 1 week. That's just a good week for Jake, eh? Next week, this is the big story of the week. Upstate New York Sucks loses to the Seattle Sucker Punchers. Why is this a big story, you ask? If you all remember, Connor was the lowest scorer last week, owed the league a chug, never gave it. That's a minus 15 point penalty. Ends up with the loss. If he had chugged, would have got a win. Instead, falls to 0-3 on the season. Whoo! I'm going to need to shit real bad. What the fuck did I eat? Oh my god. I haven't had, the stomach pains like this in a while. My diet's been pretty good. Whew. But yeah, Connor would have won this week, moved to 1-2, didn't chug for the league, falls to 0-3. You hate to see it. And he's lucky Griff only scored 106. With his minus 15 and his 107 final score, he was almost the lowest scorer again. Griff is now. So Griff owes a chug. Don't know if Griff is going to do it. Griff is on autopilot until he's ready for the playoff push, which is a bold play, seeing that he is now 0-3 as he fell to Return of the King, Justin Runge, back to 3-0, which is wild because Derrick Henry only scored 2 points. Darren Waller only scored 5. Not a huge week, 127 points. Again, pretty respectable, but, not, whatever. He did it. This he's doing it again with his no whites. He didn't even draft properly, or I don't even think he was there. I don't remember. I don't know how he's fucking doing it. All right, moving on. Other 3-0 team. We got the Barclays Thunder Thighs. Still no Saquon Barkley on this squad. Eddie is first in the Long Island division. Coming to play again. Second place in baseball. He wants that trophy. He's feeling it. So Eddie moves to 3-0, taking down the Crystal Gobblers. John, after starting the season off strong, 0-2. Not saying that John's gonna be a bad team. He lost 158 to 118. 118 is not terrible. It's not a bad score. It's still over 100. Still over 110, 115. But going up against almost 160. Tough to win those, right? Devontae Adams, 42 points. John just doesn't have that bang player. It was going to be Garrett Wilson, but as we know, Zach Wilson can't throw a football for his fucking life. Or, he can throw a ball, but not in a game. Let's say that, because we can all throw a football. And then, we come to my game. Saved it for last because, it's a wide gap. I won't lie. Boys just didn't play this week. That's not entirely true. Boys played. The boys played. It's tough to go against a 31 points from your defense. Holy shit. I need to get to the toilet. Brochard, 31 points. Bills defense. Hard to respond to that. On top of that, another 30 points from Kenneth Walker. Zach Moss, 22. Great week for Brochard out here. Playing without his top pick, Austin Eckler, still on the injured list, has not played in I think the last 2 weeks. Brochard took me down though. Moves to 1-2. I fall to 2-1. I didn't have a bad week. 126 points. I would have liked some more points out of my some key guys. Even my bench didn't do very well. Just a kind of a disappointing performance from my quarterbacks. Both did bad. I mean, I started Daniel Jones over Joe Burrow because I wasn't sure if he was going to play until literally Monday morning, and it was too late, obviously. So, but nobody on my team really had that wow. Justin Jefferson, obviously, he's excluded from that. He's just a stud all around. So he's always up there, but everybody else kind of fell flat. Amon-Ra, almost 20, which is respectable, but again, expect a lot from him. So, tough week for me. I own it, I definitely didn't manage the best. Even with my optimal lineup, though, I wasn't taking down 173 points. 2 30-point scores. Really tough to beat. So, you hate to see it. And then we move on to week 4. Week 4... League is starting to take some shape, right? We're starting to see we got 2 undefeated teams, got a bunch of 2-1 teams, couple 1-2s, and then we have 2 0-3 teams. So it's definitely tough, but things are starting to shape a little bit. Jake is going right back into the fucking game of the week, though. We got 2 2-1 teams. It's the most even matchup. We got Seattle Sucker Punchers versus the Honey Badgers, head-to-head. Looks to be a good matchup based off projections. 6-point different, a little less than 6 point. Not the closest projected game, but it's the most important, I'd say. They're both upstate division. This could play big towards the end of the season, right? So that's our game of the week into week 4. Best of luck to all, right? Connor, supposed to chug, didn't. Griff is the chugger this week, but he's on autopilot, so what does that even do? So those are the 2 0-3 teams. Hopefully Connor can bounce back against the Crystal Gobblers. This is going to be a test for John early on. John's got to test early on, see if he can prove that he is not cursed in fantasy. So that's the recap. We'll catch you next week. I'm fucking going to the toilet right goddamn now.